Welcome to another episode of Interviews with the Forum Magazine, where we dive deeper than the surface. Here we go beyond the headlines and social media posts to explore the stories, insights, and journeys of our guests. Each sit down is a chance to uncover their perspectives, experiences, and what drives them. And today, our special guest on the platform is none other than whatever the fuck you want to call her. You know what I mean?
Well,
however you want to play it, man.
Yeah.
A woman of many personalities, artist, singer, just a jack of all trades, man. We got Taylor Bentley in the building. What's going on, sis? How you feeling?
Oh, that was awesome. I like the whole synopsis of what we got going on here and the intro. That was great. That was awesome.
For sure. Definitely an honor to have you on the platform. We make sure that we tell everybody that as they sit down, you've been working very hard to establish yourself as an artist.
Yes.
And then even one of the things that really stand out to me that you've been able to do that a lot of artists have not been able to do is brand yourself to where when you think of Taylor Bentley, there's a whole image that comes up. A lot of people are still trying to find their image and still trying to develop, but you've been able to lock that in. So definitely got to give you your flowers on that. Even to start there.
Thank you.
How did you go about establishing yourself, you know what I mean, and kind of creating that brand where people, you know, the colorful hair, even as you come in today, you got, you know what I mean? Like where do your style come from?
Well, first I'd like to say, if Forum ain't talking to you, ain't put you on the platform, you really ain't on shit, okay? So I need y'all to know that first and foremost. Very thankful to be here. Man, this shit is in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not on me. I've always been a performer. Like, I did performing arts in school. As you can, I feel like I emulate or like I just exude Missy. You could tell that she was one of my like inspirations growing up, sonically, and as far as like just being yourself and, you know, taking advantage of your own skin. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And I think with me being already a character, you know, in my own right, and just being authentic, it became a thing because the entertainment industry is very smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it can get real fake. So you never really know who's doing what. Of course, with social media, perception is everything. So I try to be as much as myself on camera as I am off camera. So you're kind of not going to see me not be who you think I am on Instagram.
No, 100%.
Yeah. I think the only thing that's different is like people expect me to be taller.
Yeah. No, that's a fact.
That's really the one thing I hear the most. Like, damn, I didn't know you were this small. And then that's when I get into Napoleon complex, get the barking at niggas.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Well, you know, that's neither here nor there.
No, for real. And that's something that you said that about Missy, because immediately that was one of the things that I thought too. Throughout the time, to be honest with you, and I've seen artists from all around the world, but not even, I'm talking about from the look to, you know, just the whole nine. You feel me? Like, it gives Missy.
And I don't even try to be. That's just kind of like, you know, it's a thing. Like, literally, music raised me. So you can kind of like tell, you know? And then I come from a time where dark skin, light skin, you know, shit like that. So when you look for people who were the most identifiable, she happened to be one of those. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, Missy is most definitely the shit to me.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Well, let's rewind it a little bit. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back to the origin.
Okay.
If you can, let us know where you from and let us know what was life like for you coming up in the city of Detroit.
Well, I'm from the west side of Detroit. I'm from Finkel, 4-1, you know, big F. Yeah, okay. I mean, shit. Life for me was, I'm going to say the word is explorative. My mom really allowed me to be a kid. She also was upfront with me, so I didn't have any sugarcoating going on in my crib. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we seen, whatever we heard, it was just as real as it was going to get in that sense. But as far as like Talent shows she put me in. I was in band. I used to do dance, cheer. I went to a performing arts school from like, I'm gonna say first grade up into like fifth, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, life was smooth, and we traveled a lot. Like, real culture. You know what I'm saying? My dad, he wasn't really there, but he was there. You know what I'm saying? I come from one of them homes, so you know, shit. My dad was also his own entity. Just like you know, I grew up really well. You know, for the most part, like.
Any
I heard
siblings?
niggas struggle.
Yeah.
We ain't, yeah, you know,
say it
very
wasn't
blessed.
like that, yeah.
You feel me? We was blessed. I really couldn't even complain. Hella siblings. My daddy got 7 kids, including me. And then my mom have 3. I'm the oldest on her end. So I'm like her husband / her double, you know?
Straight up. No, for real. For
You
real.
feel me? So yeah, nah. In one room, or in the other room, I kind of got to fall in line and shit. You feel me? I got older siblings.
How does that dynamic, you know what I mean, and being able to travel and, like you say, being able to actually be a kid, you know, a lot of people don't get that opportunity to live like that. How would you say that attributed to your personality and you being able to, you know, just be the person that you are? What's the benefits of that?
Most definitely, I feel like because of that, I was able to love myself a lot sooner. Because the adversities or like the trials and tribulations and shit that I went through, they were to a extent where they could be worked out or you could figure out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The damage isn't really too, so I feel like that allowed me to just really accept who I am. You know, I was able to be fluid when I didn't want to go outside and shit like that, and computers and all that shit start coming around.
Yeah.
My mama allowed me to do that. You feel me? Like, it was really my world. But the thing with it is, like, my mom was kind of strict in that instance because we weren't rich. You feel me? Like, so if we indulged, we had to give it our all.
Right.
So you feel me? My mama would come to fucking my 5th grade choir concert and boo us if we fucking suck. Like, how is it that I got you after school? I'm paying for latchkey and y'all niggas sound
Straight up though.
So that right there also like helped me just with the real world. I feel like that prepared me for my adulthood as well. You feel me? It's like, if your mama not about to take that shit easy on you, what make you think somebody else is? Like,
Nah,
that
that's
shit
dope.
crazy.
That's dope,
So,
man. That's mad. Like that's like the ultimate motivation.
For sure.
Especially to do it at an early age, knowing how cruel the world can be. Detroit is one of the hardest cities,
Bingo.
toughest cities to do anything in, you know, whether it is an artist or whether it's acting or whether it's starting a platform.
I was gonna say, or a business of anything. Yeah.
For sure.
We some hard critics.
For sure. And so, you know, just that level of being prepared, entering into it, that's hard. When would you say that the music began to be a thing for you? Because to my understanding and kind of doing my research, rapping was not in the plans for you totally. It was more so of I don't know if it was singing or a different genre, but you wasn't really like trying to be the yeah.
So music in general has been in my family. My mom always had her sense of music style. You feel me? It was more so like the party music. You know what I'm saying? The old school, the George Bensons. My dad was more of an East Coast nigga, so I knew about Ghostface over there. My mom listened to Master P. Like, she said that when I was like, I don't know, 10 months, I was like, nah. Like, you feel me? Like, music has always been a thing. However, when I first started or envisioned myself in the entertainment industry, it was more so like I wanted to produce. And I said that was in, we're going to say 2015. Like, being in the studio, it was almost like you had to be an artist. And I was still kind of shy. You feel me? Like, I didn't really want to put myself out there. I was real reserved, which I'm still very reserved because I don't really pop out a lot. Like, I'm trying to get out of that, but it also helps. So we'll circle back around to that. But I saw how there was a lack of production. You feel me? Or I saw how there was the person who was engineering who was also doing the producing. That shit was sweet to me. So I decided I wanted to be a producer. I had copped a computer like 2017 because I was going to Specs Howard, and I was going crazy on the beat. Shout out to Ray Legend. He taught me how to sample. Like, my cuts was immaculate. I was already like, it was crazy. Like, it was really fun. But I did, I purchased in 2017 a USB mic. And when I purchased the USB mic, like I said, I was going to school for broadcast and media arts. So it was more so I could get my talking on. But in the process of me making beats and just like finding beats and shit, I started to like how I sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was able to discover my voice on my own terms.
That's dope.
So you feel me?
And not to cut you off, but so this was not on a song, but this is falling in love with your voice as a media person.
Period.
And that's key, because usually how it happens is a person to go to the studio, you hear yourself on a song coming through the loudspeakers, and you like, damn, I like my voice.
I was intimidated at first. Like, I didn't want to do that. Like, especially around people, because it's like, damn, what if I sound stupid? I don't want niggas to hear it first.
Right.
You know? So being able to do that on my own terms was top tier. And I feel like that right there got me prepared for being able to perform, like, in front of people. You know, because, nigga, I know how I sound.
For sure.
You feel me? And if I don't like it, which, rest in peace to Huey. Long live Huey, dope div. I used to just make random songs and send them to my best friend of mine. And before he passed, like, one of his last text messages to me was like, nigga, you send me any more sweet music and don't put it out, you're not going to be able to send me shit no more. You know what I'm saying? And then when it got to the point where I wasn't able to send him shit no more for real, it was like, damn, all right, I'm going to have to let him catch it on the airwaves. You know what I'm saying? So my style of music during that time, I think it's like 2018, 2019, the style of music I like is more Houston, slow Texas. You feel me? I was more into smoking music. Wiz and Currency are heavy influences for me. You know, so my approach was laid back because it was a lot of girl rap beefs and shit still going on. Yeah. And it was just like, I really ain't about to put myself out there like that on that end, just because it got traction right now. You feel me? I'm going to put my best foot forward and go for what is fluid for me. So, excuse me. That's how I'm not even going to say my previous sound came about, but that's how my introduction to music was. Yeah. Now, mind you, like I said, my dad is already an East Coast listening ass nigga, so battle raps and Ghostface and shit like that, I got in my bloodline. So I'm watching battles, you feel me? I used to work at Northland, and them niggas used to be up there because my man's, he go to every Summer Madness. Like, I've met every battle rapper I could think of at Northland Mall, you feel me, at age 18. So I come from battle rap as well. It's just like I said, I was tucking my tail, and I could have been doing this shit so at 15. Yeah, for sure. But I really wanted to try this corporate lifestyle. Like, I seen something else for me. And then when I realized you could chase your dream, everything changed. But I was obviously older in age. Yeah. You feel me? So, yeah, that happened. And then, shit, once I put myself out there with this sound, it got attention from other platforms. And then once I realized content was a thing, it was like, okay, let me entertain these platforms. Right. So, you know, so I can, like, get my Instagram out there, you know, because my goal wasn't to make it like a picture taking Instagram. For sure. I wanted to just make it like my digital, what is the word I'm looking for? Resume. Right. So content was the first thing that came to mind. So then GMT was doing ciphers. The classic GMT cipher that you bodied. Now, the first one he did, because that was actually the third time I was on his platform, and that one went viral. But the first time he did some shit called I'm Up Next, where he actually interviewed like a what is it? A plethora. I feel like my principal. Yeah. Shout out Mr. Warren. A plethora of artists, and then he do like a cipher with all of them, and that was one. That was the proper introduction. Niggas throw them bands up. Like, that one right there was what made my first tape. Like, that got me. I'm like, oh, okay, I can do the Detroit beats. I ain't never searched one. And then he sent me the other one. And shit, when he sent it to me, I was hyped. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Went into the booth like later on that day because I was working at Con, and that's in a Russell Industrial. And right across the street is a studio. So I could just walk out from work, go to the studio.
Straight to it,
you feel me? So went to the studio, recorded that shit. When I pulled up to the shoot, like, I just sent my verse in. I didn't know how many people was on there. I didn't know who was on there. When I went in there, I was the only female. Then it was like 32 niggas.
That's crazy.
And then it was like...
you intimidated?
No, not necessarily. I actually, I got super, like, cocky. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm the only bitch in here. All right, cool. Like, something about that was like, okay. Because in my mind, like I said before, I'm the oldest of my mom's kids. And I've always considered myself the big brother. You feel me? That's something my dad put in my head. So when
even with you saying like I'm my mom's husband, like you know, me? So you got that in you where you
this masculinity, like where I have to curve that appetite. Rapping gave me that. Like I didn't explore it on my own again, because as you hear, I used to tuck my tail in a lot of rooms because I would rather just play it smooth, play the back. You feel me? Like I like attention, but you know. But when I can curve that appetite for like that masculine energy, that shit, like it got me, and I've kind of like been in it, you know, because ultimately I am a woman. I am now a mother. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I'm
Congratulations
a fiance.
too. I seen that.
Yeah. I'm a fiance. You know, so I had seen some shit. Deion Cole was like, leave that strong shit outside.
Straight up.
You feel me?
Nah, for real.
And men is really like that. So the older I got, I realized like I need something to cater to that, so I won't have to bring it into my home, because I want to be the best woman over here.
Absolutely.
To crave or to curve that feminine appetite, you know? I'm gonna do that here, and I'm gonna go out here and bully niggas, you know?
And I noticed that too. I actually saw, I believe it was maybe like my story or something like that.
Okay.
And you was talking about how having your daughter, if I'm not mistaken, right? Having your daughter actually brung you that sense of femininity.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And, you know, like I'm familiar with your fiance, and I know he do music as well, if I'm not mistaken.
100.
Yeah, man. Shout out to bro. And that was going to be a question that I asked, like, how do you as a female MC that's coming off with this, you know, with this energy, like, how do you balance that, you know, at home? And you kind of just, you know.
It has become more of a thing since my daughter, because that's something I've always wanted, and it took for me to go through something so womanly in order for me to realize, like, oh shit, if there's bugs, I don't have to kill it.
Straight up.
You know, I don't have to even want to do that. Okay, wait. So like, they helped me realize that a little bit more. Of course, we used to clash because, again, like that masculine energy, we both do music, you know, so sometimes I might want to rap battle this nigga because he getting on my nerves, but that's really not what we, you know, so yeah, it helped now that I realized and I could like actually see what it looked like and what type of impact it made, for sure.
What's the benefit of being, you know, in a relationship with an artist that's actually dope? You know what I mean? And being able to bounce ideas off each other. Do that make you a better MC? It
does. And then we're two different type of MCs. Like, I freestyle, he raps. Or not raps, he writes. And during my pregnancy, I kind of mimicked his creating process, like as far as writing and like how to think certain shit out. My last tape, Raw, I took more of his approach because he thought out, and I'm real spontaneous. So I make music at a sporadic pace. He have all his beats down. Like, it's just certain organization that he has that I never even thought of, because it's like, this is something that I just love to do and that I just do, you know? As long as I have the means or I have I'm going to do it. So it's really cool because I have somebody who have a different approach to it, and I like it. You know what I'm saying? And then he's also a really good critic. We both have that for one another. So if it's some shit that he don't like, oh, that's whack, we could argue it, or sometimes I change it. Like, just being able to deal with another skilled lyricist, you know what I'm saying, is cool. It comes with its problems, of course. That's like everything. It's not like no Love and Hip Hop type shit, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, for sure. Like, no, it's real love. Like, they just keep the love. But fortunately, we just able to bounce ideas off each other.
But we talk music. We don't just rap at each other and shit like that. Like, we really We've been knowing each other for years. You feel me? Like since 2015, we just kind of like fell into each other around the pandemic, and then it just became a thing. We're already cool, so it's cool. It's fun as fuck. It's like I said, it got its issues because sometimes he say some shit that I don't want to hear. Like, nigga, I like this song. I don't care if you don't like it, you know. But it's nice.
You know,
sweet.
For sure, man. And even with the Raw project, like I smoothed that whole project over, and one thing I like about your projects is like you actually have a sound. You know what I mean? And your beat selection is like intergalactic mixed with Detroit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and so when you said Currency and Wiz Khalifa, like, I feel like you've been able to like bridge that gap in between Detroit beats, Detroit flow, but still be able to have that, you know what I mean? That other sauce on it, you know what I mean?
I feel great.
That's hard, man. Like,
because the fact that it can even be conveyed, like, you know, I'm not out here just saying, oh yeah, this is what I'm trying to do. You know,
we can
like
hear
the fact that I could just be it, that is great.
No, that's super
awesome.
That's super dope. Talk about the process and putting together that project.
Shit. It started at the end of 2022 for real. I put it out July 23. Shout out to Dime Beats. We got a tape that's coming out this month, and be on the lookout, the recipe book. Anyway, she's really my friend, you know, so we lived really close, and I would literally go to her house and sit in her kitchen because she had a nice little studio apartment downtown, and I would make my music. You feel me? We'd just be up. She'd make beats. I'm surfing beats, like, you know, and that's really how it was made. Like, I made it in the comforts of my friend's crib. I recorded myself. She gave me like some presets on her computer, and she'd go to fuck to sleep, or she'd go play the game, or she'd cook. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
just get the work.
I just get the work. You know what I'm saying?
So you actually are one of them people that like you can get in front of the computer, record yourself, like all. I
know what I'm doing.
That's hard.
Period. Now, I am an FL user. So in FL, I'm comfortable. Somebody give me that FL, I can go in there, record myself, find out what presets I need, and we good. I know the levels and everything that I'm looking for. Pro Tools and all those other ones, I'm not that well versed in, but if you give me a preset, I know how to record myself without a problem.
Yeah, that's dope. And that recording process is way easier. Like, it's so much easy being able to hit the space bar when you know and go over something. Time like, no, I got to get this
versus
line.
Feeling bad, telling the nigga, one more time.
Facts.
One more time.
And it can get real tedious. I'm talking about like so many deletes, especially when you know, putting music together, like, and you passionate about your art, like you want it to sound perfect. It's one thing to, you know, have somebody mix it according to your liking, but to be able to project it, a lot of it is about how you say what you're saying. Delivery. And then a person being able to go in and tweak it or whatever the case may be.
For sure.
Do you still make beats to this day?
So I do now have my equipment again. I have an updated FL. I'm getting back into it.
That's dope.
So yeah, it's gonna be a full production coming from me, 25.
That's dope.
You feel me? I'm excited about that.
What you said the recipe.
The recipe book.
The recipe book. So you said that's dropping this month?
Yeah. We look out for us on Halloween. It's getting real scary.
What's up with you on Halloween, man? You dropped another project on Halloween before too, didn't you?
The fall time I get activated, like fourth quarter me. You know what I'm saying? Start my first quarter on the fourth quarter, because it's just something about having a reason to sit still, you know, like being from Michigan and with it being cold, if you don't have to go outside, don't, you know what I'm saying? And when you have something that you can do inside, dive into that, you know? So I get the best out of myself when it's around this time, you know what I'm saying? And then also it's working with my new life, you know what I'm saying? I put my baby to sleep, I go straight in the front room and get straight to it, you know, now that I got my own equipment. So it's just one of them things, like, being comfortable is the most important part about making music. You know what I'm saying? Like having that love for it and that comfort. Because as soon as you get to forcing yourself to do some shit, it's becoming a job, and you may or may fall out of love with that.
100%.
Yeah.
In terms of like marketing and promotion,
okay.
I had somebody that said excuse me, I had somebody that said that 90% of the business is marketing and 10% is the music.
I believe it.
In terms of your marketing and promoting, where would you say that you are on a scale of 1 to 5? Are you at the 3 or is you at the 2?
I would give myself a 2.5.
Okay.
I do a lot of behind the scenes trial and error type stuff, like on the streaming side, like, playing around with playlists, different distribution sites, shit like that. However, on the public marketing side, I could use a little bit more, just about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
I really don't, I'm not going to say I don't give it no effort, but I feel like I haven't put forth as much effort publicly, like with a full rollout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've learned as I went, and now I'm at a point where I feel I can demonstrate what it is that I've collected over the years.
Got you.
Yeah. So I'm real particular about, how I want to present myself. My mom was one of those people where first impression is a lasting impression. So I've always tried to make my first impression my best one.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's gotten me, like, that mindset has gotten me really far in my corporate life and in my music life. You feel me? If I come prepared, if I come proper the first time, niggas kind of already hold me to a standard to where she gonna perform like this.
No doubt.
So,
no doubt. Do you see, like, because now with like the emergence of like the media space in Detroit, where I feel like now is more opportunities to where it can be a full rollout, and these different sites from the Detroit Rap News, Detroit Discussion, Detroit Rap Daily, Detroit's Got Talent, of course the Forum, Talk to Him, E&T,
I'm Sick Detroit.
I'm Sick Detroit. Yeah, like it's so many now. Do you think that artists and actors and just all of these people, do you think that, I'm gonna say y'all just because you in it, but do you think that y'all take the media platform serious enough?
Sometimes too serious. Yes. I feel these platforms can be frivolous to your cause, depending on what it is that you're looking for. Because with there being so many, right, you have to realize that some of them are sharing the same audiences. So you got to be real particular about which one you use, or you could be falling on the same or deaf ears. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how many times, how many of them that you're doing that. You know what I'm saying? At that rate. And then you got just your trajectory. I like to utilize out of town platforms as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to just be known as a Michigan artist. So it really just depends on what you're looking to do. I feel like if you're looking to get a quick back end from your city, if your shit fire, hit every Detroit page you can think of, because eventually it's going to be on somebody's page, you know what I'm saying, multiple times. Again, like I said, some of them share some of the same platforms. Like, I feel like yourself, I think it's Detroit Daily and maybe All Access Detroit. I feel like y'all have a broader audience just like outside of the city as well. Like, I feel like y'all got a couple of extra states that some of these platforms don't have. You feel me? So, yeah, shit. I feel like they can be used properly.
It's just all about how the way that you decide to go about it.
Yeah.
No, I definitely understand
that. I used to spam. And I feel that's how I got to, at first I didn't have, when I was doing this shit, I watched myself go from, I didn't have an Instagram for 5 years. I didn't have no social media for 5 years. So when I decided to do music, I started my Instagram again, maybe like a year prior, before I actually put myself out there. And I watched myself go from 0 to 15,000 followers just off of spamming just Detroit platform.
Real talk.
You feel me?
Real
so
talk.
Like, fucking with the city can get you, some ears if that's what you're looking for.
100%. Yeah, 100%. And like, even, like, and just kind of thinking, one thing that I noticed, like, just kind of being on this side, like, it's not even always about music. Like I seen something in your story the other day, and I think you be saying some funny shit. You feel me? But you was doing remixes, and you said, I forget what you said, but sometimes it's that. Like I really want to encourage artists that a part of being a great artist and like people actually wanting to go listen to your music is them understanding your personality.
For sure.
So don't always be so quick to be like, hey, post my music, post my music. No, post this clip. Post this clip of me interacting with my little brother, or you know what I mean? And I feel like that got more of a virality to it.
Yes.
That can spawn off to people being like, damn, man, I like her personality. I like dog. You feel me? Energy.
100%.
I'ma tap in, you know?
100%. Especially with social media being so content based. Like the pandemic changed the trajectory of everything.
Facts.
You feel me? So people now have made friends. People have become famous just over the internet when we wasn't even able to like touch each other.
Facts.
So now people are fending for that even more. You know, like even though they going out in the outside world, some people don't even talk outside. But as soon as they get home, they get on their phone and they friends with somebody that they,
100%.
you know what I'm saying, met online, or somebody real that they didn't follow or something like that. So when you think about being in the entertainment industry, you also have to keep in consideration, like, even our blueprint, you know, there's not one rapper that's mainstream that we can think of that haven't indulged in acting, that haven't indulged in some kind of comedic skit, or who haven't indulged in something where they had to show their personality, whether they were an asshole or they were completely funny.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you think about what it is that we're doing and what it is that we come from, or what we're doing, where it stemmed from, you would know, like, you can't change the goalpost in that instance. Because when niggas was going out and buying shit, you know what I'm saying, with physical cash, and when niggas doing it over the phone, you still gotta please. So yeah, I am big on personality. You know, like I said, I was on the radio first. You know, that was the first time that I ever put my voice out there. So I already know, like, I gotta make people fall in love with me just with their ears. And that's just the concept that I keep with it.
For sure, for sure.
And I'm not that cool at being a mystery. You feel me? I feel like I'm too funny to just be one of them mysterious
and then right, secluded,
you know?
Off over here type. No,
like,
no
I don't want to be bothered, but hey guys, let me tell you this. Like, yeah.
You silly.
For sure.
In terms of the female rap scene.
Okay.
It's a lot of dope female artists that's rising in Detroit currently. And everybody, all of y'all got the sound.
Right.
You know what I mean? From the Vay Vanillas to the Pretty Breas, you know what I mean? To Big C's, goddamn, it's so many, right?
Yeah.
What would you say the atmosphere is with the women, like in Detroit? Like, would it be ideal for y'all to collab more, work together, or is that something that's overemphasized? Like, oh, the females need to do music together. Do you feel like it's good where it's at right now, or do you feel like it should be stronger? Or is it a difference between the support that women give as opposed to men? Because maybe the men in the industry need to tap in with y'all more too. Like, what's your thoughts of that in general?
So I have a couple perspectives. My first perspective is, although we have the sound, we all don't have the same sound. So not all of us mesh. You feel what I'm saying? It's just Detroit has a mentality and it has an aura around it where you can tell, like, oh yeah, she from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's strength in numbers. So we look better when we support each other. And I feel like for the most part, women in the music industry, period, we know how to be cordial. You know, regardless to what the temperature is, unless it's extreme, we all know how to put our differences aside to get to the bag for real. And I feel like that's come from the nature of like us being cheerleaders and, you know, Girl Scouts, anything, sisters, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to know that you can scrap with this bitch and put your differences aside because you got to go sit down and eat with her, or y'all both got to practice here, because at the end of the day, the goal is for us to rise.
Yeah.
So I do feel like we could do a little bit more camaraderie. I do feel like with the way that these TV platforms is going, like, you know, with the Zeus and the Now That's TV, I feel like if we could do something that broadcasts the, I'm going to say, top 10 female rappers of the city, like if we could do that, that'd be sweet as fuck.
That'd be hard.
You know what I'm saying? Like where you see whether it's a day in the life or whether you get them all in one area, making a fucking camp, who knows?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that right there would bring more support from the males.
Yeah.
Right? This is a male-dominated field. Niggas got more pull, period. You feel me? The only time, I'm not even going to say the only time, because there's a lot of great women that does amazing business in this industry, and they didn't have to sleep with nobody or anything like that. And when you say their name, doors open.
Mm-hmm.
So let's not forget those people. But there's certain names that you can say, nigga could be this high on the pedestal and it'll still get you somewhere. So it's something about having that male backing in the music industry that just amplifies a female. Again, if we're talking about like just history of hip hop, Nicki Minaj was backed by Lil Wayne. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Lil Kim was backed by Biggie. Missy was backed by Timberland. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Like Mia X was backed by, you feel me? And she's not even, it's always just history shows that if you got a prominent male figure behind you, you feel me, that's bigging up your name and that's really putting you out there, it can get you a lot further. Yeah. But I do feel like as women, because we are majority of the consumers market, if we kind of like interact more with one another, if we look fun, it would make shit more. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
You either got to look like we're going through some real shit, or we got to look like we lit. You feel me?
100%.
And if we do that, you feel me? Shit, that'll bring all eyes to us, because people want to have a party. They want to see some cute bitches doing something, or they want to see people with substance doing stuff, i.e. why they got all these shows coming out. You know? But they numbers don't lie in this area either. You know, so.
And you know, even with you talking about the men, you know, backing. If I'm not mistaken, one of the key moments in your career was a guy backing you. I think it was John Boy. Did John Boy?
I get recognition from a couple niggas. Okay. Like John Boy. I don't want to say I'm the only female that he's put on the project, but out of all the shit that I've seen, I'm one of very little female features.
That's a fact. I listen to a lot of John Boy.
And I was nervous as fuck. I really feel like, man, if I could redo that time, I really would. That shit would have went crazy. But that most definitely brought me some recognition. When I did the GMT Cypher, Babyface Ray, he reposted me and was like, Face told you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a product of the White House. When I first started recording, I was recording there. You feel me? Like, I get recognition. I'm hell of a, you feel me? Like, he has said publicly or to anybody, shit, she hard. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like when you are your own entity, sometimes it doesn't matter who backs you. You just got to get to where you got to get to.
No doubt.
So I feel like for me, timing is my sweet spot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like for me, time is where my success is going to fall. I'm going to accumulate all types of legends and greats and backings and shit like that, so it can just go with my story, because I am who I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So that's how I view my journey necessarily. But I do feel like with those guys being so prominent in the industry and they recognize me when I do get to the point that I'm going to get to, it's going to make my resume just look so much sweeter.
I get that. One thing that I noticed too is that you don't do a lot of features. If I don't really see too many features, but for some reason, I think it'd be hard if you did just start doing a few more features. Like,
when you say I don't do features, you mean like on a bigger scale? Or
maybe
you
that
mean
may,
like,
yeah, maybe, yeah.
like give me who are you thinking? When you
Like,
say I think it'll be hard.
like I think, okay, I'm glad you put me on the spot. And I'm thinking about your sound, so I want to make sure that I, get somebody that I think a mesh well with you.
Okay.
I do honestly feel like, having John Boy
Yes.
would be a good feature for you.
John Boy, you hear that? Again. Okay.
I feel like, and then I also want to pick somebody too that ain't like super hard to access, because you know how, you know what I mean?
Okay.
You know how I go too. I low key feel like you and Cash Kid to be hard together
Go
too.
crazy.
Cause I feel like
He
you
commented on a
lyrical.
couple of my shits before, but it's never went past like she fire.
But that's it. But
We
sometimes
need to
that's
do
all
that.
it. No, for sure.
Yeah, Cash Kid. I fuck with Cash Kid.
And then I'm a pick one more
Okay.
who I think you should do
We
a
would
feature
go
with.
crazy.
That would be crazy. I think, you know what? I'm gonna go a little left field.
Okay.
Because you entering into this femininity, you feel me, type thing. I think you should get with Coach Joey. And I think y'all should
You're a smart man.
I think y'all should do one of those type of records.
Yeah, one like his lane.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, listen, Joey. That's how you know y'all some smart guys. Yeah.
So
I agree with all of those, and you are, again, having a man at home who's into music. He literally just said the same shit to me. Like,
wow.
All you got to do from here, you just need to get some of them bigger features.
Real talk.
Because shit.
Real
you
talk.
know, like he said, the niggas already know who you is.
They know.
That's kind of all you need right there. Like, get out there. So that's kind of what I'm on. Like, I will not disappoint. Fourth quarter forward.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
If you can, let the people know again, like, what you got coming up. What's your plans coming into the fourth quarter and entering into the new year?
We got the recipe book. Look out for that. Halloween, me and Don Beats. Of course, 11/11, we always dropping something. The blueprint coming out. We're going to keep that one on the tuck for a minute. And the new year, just be ready to be taken aback. And y'all about to watch me get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to leave Detroit, but y'all about to see me blow up. This shit about to be real. Yeah, you heard it here first.
No, for sure, man. Yeah. And we definitely in full support of you. You're welcome to the platform anytime. Anything that you want to say to your fans, supporters, family, just anybody that's rocking with you.
Shout out Forum Magazine for always supporting me. Shout out to all my friends and fans, my rich friends, because y'all keep me afloat. And I love everybody that love me. Rich Risings, let's get to it. You feel me? If it ain't in you, it's on you. You feel me? You got this. Okay. But no, it's Taylor Bentley, whatever the fuck I want to go by. Make sure you stay tuned.
That's what it is, man. Taylor Bentley, the Forum Magazine, Pulse of the Culture. Let's get it.